Starting last year at Westbrook High School, a new form of selecting electives was put into place which affects all freshmen and sophomore students.
And the easiest way to kind of make an endorsement is when you go to college, you get what's called a graduation plan. And it's a list of the classes that you have to take in order to graduate with that degree. Endorsements are along the same line. So it's a list of electives that you have to take to earn a specific endorsement that you need for graduation.
Although the endorsement plan seems like a good idea, they have a negative effect on students at Westbrook.
Although many students are required to pick an endorsement plan, many students do not know what it is. To find out just how unaware students are, we took a poll in an average freshman class.
Just kidding.
After taking a poll of one of the freshman classes here at Westbrook, we discovered that out of the 26 students, only 18 students actually knew what the plan was. Only 7 students thought that the endorsement plan was a good idea, while 3 of them thought that it was a bad idea, and 16 of them did not care at all.
Not only do students dislike the plan, a lot of them do not know what plan they are on or how it affects them. Do you know what endorsement plan you're on right now?
How did it affect your schedule?
I have no idea.
We can't help but wonder why it was put in place even though nobody knows about it or likes it.
Whenever the state switched over from tax to STAR, they created this whole big issue of how we were going to do testing. And there were 16 tests that a student had to pass in order to graduate. It also factored into their GPA. It was a nightmare, logistically. So they came up with House Bill 5, which limited the number of tests a student had to take to graduate from 16 to 5. And then it changed the graduation plans. The old plans were the minimum, the recommended, and the distinguished. And then they changed it to a foundation program or foundation with an endorsement plan. The difference is, in the old plans, a student could graduate from high school without having 2 years of a foreign language. Now all students, including those that receive special education services, are supposed to earn 2 credits of 1 foreign language to graduate from high school. So the big difference is they've required 2 years of foreign language to graduate. They've taken away a social studies, which means you only need 3 credits of social studies to graduate. But everything is the same as all the old graduation plans, except now you have to pick what's called an endorsement.
Other countries have been doing this for a very long time, which is funneling kids into their interests so they can be successful in college, and I think it's a very good idea.
Do you think it benefits the students that want to go to college?
Yes, I do. It kind of gets them to start thinking about it earlier than what we do now. Usually senior year you start thinking about it because you're going to college next year, but this is making like freshmen think about it more. So yes, it does benefit.
What are the pros of the endorsement plans?
The pros I really like about my endorsement plan is it would prepare for my junior and senior year, give me a little glance of how college would be like, and just like do the work and just see if I'm ready for it, or just makes me prepared. So I really like that about the plan.
Although there are many pros, they are outweighed by the cons.
What is your opinion on the endorsement plan for the new coming high schoolers?
I think, as usual in the state of Texas, the people that make plans or endorsements have no connection with educational reality. No input was asked for or given from anybody in high school. They're making these to save money. Some high schools going to 3 years of social studies. They're hurting the students in the long run. What we're trying to do is make sure that we're serving all our students, and what we end up doing is serving none. All students don't need to go to college, and this is what the endorsement's trying to do, is allow these students to pick different areas to go into. So the endorsement plan was not, nobody was consulted. The legislature, which are politicians trying to save money, are coming up with plans. They have no educational validity to them. Unfortunately, this experiment will be worked out by the children. We do not explain the endorsements on the middle school level, and we just assign them when they get here. So we have students who have endorsements. Now, you're able to change anytime according to state law, but try go to the counselor's office and change anything. And that's not just this school, it's any school. So it's another level of bureaucracy that parents and students have to deal with. It's nothing to do with education at all. None. Zero.
What is your opinion about the endorsement plans?
I think the endorsement plans are an attempt to make students decide at an early age what they want to do with their life. I think it might be premature. I don't necessarily agree that at this point that plan is effective with students choosing at an early age what they want to be and what track they want to be. Some students might decide at a later date that they do want to go to college, and then they're locked into this endorsement plan. So that is a problem. However, there are other countries that students at this level do choose where they're going to go, and they do choose, and they have to make the decision on what track. Are they going to go to college level, or are they going to go to a trade school? So I think at this point it's an attempt to help students decide what they want to do. Is it the best solution? I'm not so sure.
What is your opinion about the endorsement plan?
I don't like it. I don't believe that people so young can know what they're going to do for the rest of their life. I mean, people like 50, they change what they want to do. They go to college later because they're like, oh, I don't want to do that anymore. So.
What are the cons of the endorsement plan?
Well, the cons of the endorsement plan, I have to double up in sciences, pre-AP bio, and pre-AP chemistry, and it's just the stress level is really high, and it just puts more pressure on me, myself, and I. And also, I have to take APUSH this year, which I should be taking junior year. So I guess it's just like putting so much workload on me, and like I shouldn't have it because of this plan they're doing now. So that's really the big deals I don't really like about it. And there's some other classes I have to take in junior year now that I took in middle schools, and they didn't count it. So I guess just things is just like crazy, and I just don't agree with the things they're doing with this endorsement plan for my class of 2018.
What endorsement plan are you on?
I am on Arts and Humanity.
Do you think you made an informed decision?
Not at the time when I chose it. I didn't know much about it, but now, yes.
What do you plan to do in the future?
Be some type of nurse.
And do you think that your endorsement plan is helping you to become a nurse?
Not at the time.
Why?
Because Arts and Humanity, I did that because I enjoy choir, and there's another endorsement for nursing and stuff that could help me out later on in the future, but I don't want to give up choir.
So if you could change it to the one that helps with to prepare for a nurse, would you?
Maybe later on. I'm not for sure at the moment.
What are the cons of an endorsement plan?
I think the cons are mainly that you are told in high school all these classes that are mandatory, and then you also have to take your endorsement classes, so then you don't get to have much free electives to do what you want.
Although the students who are affected by it now do not like it, we wondered if the upperclassmen would have wished they had taken it.
Do you wish you had an endorsement plan?
Of course not, because I didn't figure out what I wanted to major in, like specifically, until just a couple months ago, and I'm a senior.
Do you wish you had an endorsement plan?
No, because as I said before, that wasn't the first thing on my mind when I was a sophomore. I was not thinking about my future. I was thinking about the now and how I needed to get everything done now, so no.
Do you wish you had the opportunity to have an endorsement plan?
No, I think it puts too much stress. I mean, they're starting like, oh crap, what do I want to do, you know? No, I don't.
And it seems like they immediately pushed it on to the schools to work with. And what I think they should have done was told the teachers, gave them like a 2-year or like maybe a year to like work on it and develop it, advertise it, tell what it is to the students, so the students know, because all of this is for the students. And if they don't know what they're getting into and they just choose randomly, that's not going to help them with anything, really. It's their choice, and if they don't know what they're doing, how are they able to do anything?
Do you wish you had the opportunity to have an endorsement plan?
Well, not really. I think for the most part, those 10th graders and freshmen were really screwed over because, I mean, I at least got to pick, like, you know, if I wanted one or not. They just kind of have to go with the flow. You know what I mean?